Hey everybody, Joe Haygood here, aka mclazyj. We're back Monday, and I am an extreme close-up in the camera right now. Mask off, I'm in my office, and hopefully we are well seen today as we play some Wii Sports Bowling. Today we have bacon and cheese wraps, from Dunkin'. They're the wake up wraps, but I get them without the egg. So hopefully everybody's doing well today. I'm doing alright, I can't complain. Hopefully I am not drowned out by the beautiful sound of the Wii Sports Club. And if we're friends, you might actually see your me in this game. From time to time, I definitely see Foreman, a fellow cope. You like the worst stuff, podcaster. Also, I think Tony's been in here from time to time. That's a good start. Damn it. That was the second frame.
All right.
It's the second frame of hatred. So, hopefully everybody's doing well. I am a bit tired today. My son had his friend decide to show up at 3 in the morning, locked out of his house. That was a fun wake-up call.
Good pickup.
So, also you probably,
Nice there.
if you're on Twitter this morning, earthquake in California is trending. Come on now. So, all right, let's put some of the myths on YouTube or on Twitter to rest about this thing. So, number one, this was a 3.4, 3.5. I'm gonna tell you right now, most California residents will not get up for anything less than or anything until it's a 5. I ain't getting out of bed at 3 in the morning. I ain't running around the house. I ain't doing shit at 3.4.
Nice one.
My receptionist will take a memo and tell you to come back when you are 5.0 or greater.
Two for two.
There ain't no reason on this good earth to be running around flailing in the air, arms flailing, everything, at 3 in the morning. 3.4. I'm just telling you, there is not.
Nice there.
I know the joke on Twitter is to be like, oh man, everybody's going crazy, hair on fire, blah, 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 blah. That is not what happens. I'm here to dispel that rumor. As a long-time Southern California citizen. Resident, I guess I should say. Oh. That's not right. That was mean. That was spiteful. That was spiteful, even. Uncalled for. I'm actually really happy because my new laptop showed up. Showing up a day early at my house today. It's like, are you kidding me?
Nice there.
So, yes, I have a new laptop coming. I'm pretty happy about it. It does mean I gotta back up everything on this laptop. Move it over, get it transferred. Nope, that's not right. I curled that one in. was really bad.
Nice one.
So, yeah, we don't go nuts about earthquakes in California, realistically. I mean, you're gonna ask, and that's not the case. Now, get over 5, then you start to say, okay, it's time to decide if it's worth, you know, getting up out of bed. As someone that was here,
Good pickup.
trying to think the big quakes that I was here for. I was here for the Whittier Narrows quake, which I believe was a 6.9 or 7.1. I was here for the Northridge quake in '94. I was actually in a hospital bed during the Northridge quake, which was terrifying to wake up to a magnitude 7 earthquake and not know where you're at. Not remembering that you're not at
Nice
home.
spare.
And not realizing, like, I can't really move from this hospital bed. Not that we felt it. I was in California for the Loma Prieta quake, which was the big one in '89 up in San Francisco. That really did a ton of damage, including shutting down
All right.
the World Series. That infamous game where Al Michaels was on the call, all of a sudden the screen cuts out and it's like, whoa. Things are not good. So,
Nice spare.
you know, in those cases, yeah, you get up. And the reason I say that is, I had a mother that used to get very freaked out about quakes, getting us out of bed, going through the whole process, right? And I got dragged out of bed once during a quake and ended up with a broken toe because I got it racked against my bed frame. And needless to say, I was not happy about that occurrence. It was, it was not fun. So, you know, I know I always see it on God, I always see it and I'm like, okay, yeah, this will be on Twitter this morning, people going nuts. And of course they were. Oof. Oh my goodness. Did me dirty like that. I did myself dirty like that, to be honest. But, yeah. I get asked that question a lot, like, you know, aren't earthquakes terrifying? And it's like, yes, earthquakes can be terrifying. I mean, it's something that happens with pretty much no warning. It's not like a hurricane or a tornado. You know, even tornadoes are hard to predict, but you can see the weather that would cause a tornado. You can see, like, hey, there's a reasonable assumption that a tornado might happen. High and low pressure coming together. Things like that, right? So, you know, not something that's tangible. Nope. Not come back over. worse. Ugh.
Great throw.
You know, so there are some aspects of earthquakes that are bad. You know, like I said, with a hurricane, tornado, hurricane definitely. Tornado. Alright, so that one.
Nice one.
Tornadoes are not predictable per se, but like I said, the weather forecast around them is.
Two in a row.
So that's always something. But I'll be honest, I think tornadoes terrify me more than earthquakes do. Which you'd think, like, hey, you know, why don't earthquakes terrify you? And part of it is because I haven't had to have any traumatic experiences with an earthquake. Like, our house hasn't been destroyed by an earthquake. I've never lived in a place where I've had something destroyed by an earthquake. I think if I would have had personal loss involved with an earthquake, then I'd probably have it higher on the scale, you know. For me, I look at tornadoes as being terrifying. Because I look at a tornado and say, that's something you can see, it's tangible. And I outrun that. Do I have a viable escape route away from that thing? And their indiscriminate and random nature. The fact that a tornado can run through a town and hit and skip. You know, so you have no idea what you're coming back to after a tornado is my home. You know? And that kind of thing. It's... To me, that's more terrifying. The unknown aspect of the tornado. And I know there's some that'll be like, well, you know, hurricanes are pretty bad too. I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying... I tried. But this is rather depressing though, isn't it? So a new laptop. It's a 10th gen, so it's not the newest. It is a hexacore though, which is nice. So 6 cores, 12 threads, 16 gigs of RAM. It's got a 512 NVMe drive. It's got a 1 terabyte secondary drive. It's 5400 RPM, so I'm gonna swap it with the one I have in this current laptop, which is a 2 terabyte and it's 7200 RPM. Oh god, I could see it right away. The thing was coming too far down the middle. Oh, right idea, just didn't happen. NVIDIA GTX 2070, 8 gigs of dedicated GDDR5 RAM. Got a Steel Series built-in keyboard. Yeah, it's got Dolby Digital sound, all that kind of good stuff. Puzzle to Understand Pro, which was kind of a key requirement. It is MSI G75 Raider, which I know some are gonna be like, why do you need that for work? It's like, well, I kind of do a lot of test benching with my laptop. Oof, that was ugly. 73 in the 5th frame. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. 3 open frames. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm not dealing with that nonsense today. Oh, Jesus. Are you kidding me today? All the muscle memory is all falling apart for me right now. Come on, I need at least one decent game today. I want to close this out decently enough.
Good pickup.
Like, I'd like a 200 game today. That'd be nice. Not too much to ask for, right? Struggle is real. The bowling struggle is real. On the lane. Oh my goodness. I've also been rewatching Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Nice one.
I know there's a small but passionate, dedicated fan base for that show. And it is definitely interesting how they went way off the playbook in that last season or so.
Two in a row.
Which, hey, I like the show. I like it a lot. I know it's not a popular thing, and obviously that show fell out of the MCU timeline. Oh, at some point. You know, at that time they haven't figured out how to make the marble magic happen with TV shows.
Good pickup.
Before all the Netflix stuff and you know, obviously now they have their own television division that's just killing it right now with, you know, Captain America, Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Moon Knight, She-Hulk coming up soon, Miss Marvel, Hawkeye. Yeah, this is not a 200 game. There is no way to 200 right now. I know I'm forgetting a show in there. Hawkeye, Loki. Oh, Loki was the one I think I was forgetting.
Nice
So, you
there.
know, obviously, and this was kind of an initiative to get on TV and use the power of their ABC network. I mean, remember, the whole point was they were gonna have like that show with Bobby Moore and the other guy, which I forget the name. You know, the formerly married, divorced, then looking like they were gonna get married again couple. All right, I'm gonna try one more of these, then we'll switch to 100 pin after this. Well, like I said, at this point, shit, I just want a 200 game. That'd be nice. I think I had a 201 at one point today, but oh,
All right.
okay. Bear City.
Nice there.
Oh man, abysmal. There it is.
Strike.
Ugh, too far. Too far over. Not the spot on the wood, but too far over. That spin coming back, catching too soon and coming back. I think it's because I kind of put a little air underneath the delivery. Ball came out a little high. I tried to bowl with the ball on the deck. Huh. Okay, that was entertaining. Wasn't what I was expecting, but I'll take it. Oh. That one was lucky. Oh no. Yep. I was like Icarus. Flew too close to the sun, tried to ride too much of that rail. Paid for it. Paid for it with an open frame. And I was actually bowling pretty well up to that point.
Strike.
Ooh, thank goodness, because that looked like a 7-10 split setup right there. Look at that. That was gonna be some ugliness right there. We could turn this into something here, maybe. Not like that, though.
Nice there.
Oh. It is a brutal landscape today. Brutal landscape today. That's how it goes sometimes. You know, what are you gonna do? So here's something. I know my friend Foreman would laugh at me because this is probably about 5 years old, 6 years old. I finally played Batman Arkham VR. And I have to admit, I'm a bit confused. I'm sorry. There are going to be some spoilers here, but that game's been out for a long time, so I don't feel bad about making some spoilers. So... oh. Yeah, I wasn't even close. San Antonio, Texas. No, thank you. That is a telemarketer, or it's Dell saying, "Why didn't you buy that thing in your cart?" Because Dell, it was going to take almost until the middle of April to deliver it. Oh, shit. Shit. There we go. That's finding the rhythm in the spot. Oof. There we go.
All right.
Governor. Ah, yes.
Strike.
Oof. That pin went flying. Did you see that pin went flying? Oof. Like, man, not even a scratch on the surface of that pin. That's always crazy to me. Oh. Again, that was an angry strike. Look at them pins. I do not like that.
That's it.
Oh, come on now. That was beautiful. You gotta admit, that was beautiful. Oh my goodness. This was very slow.
Nice there.
Okay. There it is. Los Angeles Engineering. Fucking telemarketers. That's why I don't answer those calls. I know what's gonna happen, and I tell myself, I see them dial again where they dial through the receptionist, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna answer the call. All right, even though I know I shouldn't. And it's fucking telemarketers, and look at what happens. Fucking telemarketers. Every time. See? Threw my rhythm off. I'm angry now. I'm upset. And now I'm just... I'm very bitter right now. Because it's like... I had a good rhythm going, had everything going, it's my lunch. I knew I shouldn't have taken the call. And it's like, it's a telemarketing group where they start off with one thing and then it's like, okay, well, how are you looking at this? What about this? Hey, what are you looking at for this? And it's like, motherfucker, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want any of it. Stop bothering me. And I know it's a shit job. I do. I know that being a telemarketer sucks. It is the worst. And I do feel for those people on the end, man. It's like, I know, you got a job you're doing. And you're gonna get paid, you're gonna get commission based on how many things, leads that you can turn around. You're basically cold calling. You're not even the person I'm going to end up dealing with. I get that all the time where I'll get a cold call, and it was actually one where it was like it actually worked into the advantage of something I needed. It's like, okay, you know, we're looking at a new phone system. I get a cold call from like what the fuck is the name of the company? I can't think of it. They're one of these guys that I see ads for them all the time, and I'm just drawing a complete blank on the top of my head right now. Anyways, point I'm getting at, it was like, okay, yeah, this is something I'm looking at. It's relevant that you call. That's rare that I get that with a telemarketer, but okay. And then, of course, it's not the guy you're going to even deal with. I'm thinking like, okay, we're starting to form a relationship here, and then they're like, yeah, we're going to set up, schedule a call, let's do all this. And I get into the call, it's like, oh, you know, actually, I'm going to let this guy take the lead, and I'm like, so you're just a facilitator. You're just trying to make that, you know, that commission off of forming a lead. And it's like, you, my friend, suck. Yeah, and I get that all the time. You know, it was like, I remember when we were moving into this building, or we were putting fiber into this building, because we're in an area where fiber is on the other side of the street. It's not on this side of the street, right? So our phone provider was like, hey, you know, we can get you fiber. We can do it. I'm like, okay, what's the cost? Because fiber's not here right now, so how are you going to bring me fiber? How are you physically going to bring me fiber? And how much is it going to cost? And to their credit, up front, they said, hey, you know, there's going to be some outlay from you. You know, we got to run fiber. We are not going to pay for the whole thing. This is Telepacific. That's right, I'm going to name check. So, you know, I'm like, I asked on a couple occasions, like, hey, can you kind of give me an idea of what the cost is that I'm looking at for our company? I kind of want to know what we're looking at from an outlay perspective. You know, that's useful. I don't want to get a surprise bill. Oh, yeah, we're working on it. We'll get you something as soon as we have it. Motherfucker. Look at that. Just everything dancing around it. Not even touch. Not even breathed on. So it's like, you know, and again, they're like, hey, you know, you're going to have to find some of the costs. I get it. Some. We get an email, or we get a bill from Frontier. And worse, this was when they were changing from Verizon to Frontier. So we're dealing with multiple different people here. You know, so it's like I'm dealing with a transition at their company on top of everything. You know, and then obviously, like I said, we're working through a third party. And we get a bill for $9,800 for 1,700 and some odd feet of fire. 1,776 feet, actually. I do remember that. Now, mind you, at this point, we have already paid to put in all the conduit that they requested and sub-conduit, because they wanted 3-inch metal pipe conduit with a 2-inch plastic flex sub-conduit inside, with junction boxes at every 50 feet, which I guess is a requirement for repair and access. Shit. And I'm like, okay, I get it. That has to be. Ooh. Wow. Still, minus 30 with 2,100 points. Almost 2,100 points. So I'm like, okay. So I, of course, at that point, I'm a little steamed, because I'm like, hey, I'm asking, like, is this the entire cost? Yes, this is the entire cost of running that fiber. It's for a 3-man crew, one on a spinner, one truck driver, and one guy that's pulling the wire through the conduit. Of course, I call back. Cannot get my rep to answer the phone at all. At all. No answer whatsoever. You know, no conversation, no nothing. It's like, just went dark. And then, of course, shortly thereafter, the emails from said rep start getting bounced. So I'm like, all right, well, my rep is no longer employed by the company. That's great. Because that basically means, I'm kind of screwed. Oof, it was close. It was closer than I thought. Oh, it was very close. You know, and hey, maybe the rep didn't know. Maybe the rep already knew they were on the way out and were just trying to make a sale on the way out. I don't know. You know, who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of people, you know, etc., right? I know it's men, but I tried to be nice about it. But point is, I end up having to go back. Someone that's very conscientious about their work budgets, I have to go in there and say, hey, I have a blown budget on this project. This was not a cost I was expecting. This is a cost that was supposed to have assistance in it, and now it's not. Oh my goodness. See, I'm alright. I can feel like I'm getting worked up. So, you know, I understand, and I knew through the whole process there was going to be some cost. I had stressed, like, hey, I'm happy to pick up part of it. I know you guys are going to be running fiber, but if you're the ones that are trying to say that you want to sell me fiber, you should be picking up part of this cost. I should not be the lone soul. And it was a time when we needed faster internet. We were using terrible internet at the time on like a Flex T1 or T3 line at the time. It was really bad. It was really slow. We were behind the times. But it was also, we were in an area where we couldn't get much more. The area our building in is an old kind of neighborhood. It's an old building. It's just tough. It's a tough work environment from that standpoint. But we make things work, we make things happen, right? You know, that's what IT has to do. But when you're told they're gonna like, hey, we're gonna work with you on the cost, and then they leave you stuck with the bill, and then try to walk away and say, hey, you know, we don't know nothing about it, when no matter who you talk to. And now, I also should say, you know, there's some that would say, well, why the fuck didn't you leave Telepacific immediately? And it's like, right. Problem is, when you're talking with phone service like that, it is a process to switch. Because you're like, okay, I gotta do a bunch of IP switching, I gotta reprogram routers, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And sometimes we just get complacent.
Another one.
Now, the plus side, we have fiber installed, right? So fiber we have the ability to upscale, to, you know, geometrically in speed. Which is great. You know, having the ability to say, hey, we're gonna step this up to, you know, 500 megabits, 1 gigabit, 2 gigabit, 10 gigabit, and no, that's not happening right now. Believe me, as much as I'd love that. There is a process I want to have happen. Okay, we got time for one more game, as I'm gonna kind of fly through it. So no replays on this last one, sorry guys. So you know, we ended up paying it, but now I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, it's time. I'm gonna make a switch because we're putting in a new phone system. You know, I'm gonna look at IP providers at the same time. So it's like, oh, that was on me. That was a horrible miss. I was too soft on the delivery. Now I'm too soft on the delivery again. Yep, we don't even make 2,000 on this one now. One missed frame and you're kind of screwed.
Great throw.
I can strike out right now and it's gonna be a problem. Oh my goodness. Oh, wasn't even close. Look at this, not even close. Not even close. 2 missed frames is definitely a sub 2,000 game.
Nice one.
Unless I strike out. Then I can kind of make it up, but even then it's probably a 2,100 point game.
2 for 2.
But we'll try. We'll see what we can do. Okay. That one's in here from my man, Big Man Tony. He does love his sippy whippies.
Incredible.
And fuego. Dare I say he's... And then he bragged too much and got dunked. You think I'd learn by now? Don't brag.
Good
It
pickup.
will. It will bite you in the ass. You will pay for it.
Great throw.
Well, let's see. The best we can do, I think, right now is 2187, possibly. Oh, and that went out the window just now. $20.87?
Nice one.
Boy, I'm curious to see how that bowling is gonna work. Okay. And there's a net negative day. So with that, it's time to call up for the day. Laptop's showing up. Okay, well that's gonna do it for me today. Thanks everybody that came by, that was watching. I appreciate it. Little short stream today. I got some stuff I'm gonna be working on, so I need to get back to that. But appreciate anybody that came by, that lurked, that kind of hung out for a bit. Next time, feel free to chat. I'm not gonna bite. Me and my 3.2 USB ports, thank you, because I only have 3.1, and my TLS 2.0, because I only have like TLS 1.0 in this old laptop. Literally bought it after, like right before 2.0 became a standard. So until next time though, thanks everybody for watching. Have a great evening, great day, I guess I should say. We will probably be on tonight trying to make up for yesterday evening. I was exhausted yesterday. It was a bad Monday. So we'll be back tomorrow. Until then though, should be back tonight with a makeup. If not, we'll do it the next day. But until then, thanks. Bye now.